This is the overview of the C4 PowerPack and what goes into our Contractor PowerPack. We have the ContractorPowerPack.com over here where you can see the 4 different pieces: certainty, connection, control, and capability. But what those really are standard. You have to know what you're going to be working with when a contractor comes to you. So, we build that around them. Every contracting business works a little bit different. They all have their own different processes, but they all look very similar. They have to collect money and get the job done. In order to figure out what that looks like, we have to go through a discovery process to find out what they do. After the discovery process, we understand who's going to be getting the contractor connection. Because to be honest, most people shouldn't have that back-end functionality for financial or decision-making capabilities. So what we do is we put that into a frontline field app called Contractor Connection that gives them access to the projects that they're assigned to upload photos, documents, see any interactions from those projects, any deliverables related to them, and any details about that project. This is for a crew management that allows us to assign roles and permissions based on what role and what they need to see inside the app. This is all synced back over to your Contractor Command Center, which is C3. The Contractor Command Center is where all of your decision-making power comes from. In order to make decisions in your business, you need historical context. That means that you need analytics of how a job is doing, how much money came from where, what jobs are the most profitable, who to pay what, and how to keep on making that same amount of money. That's where the Contractor Command Center comes in. It's a full project management system that allows you to capture tasks, deliverables, assign those to prospects, contacts, and companies, as well as collect money from a single spot. This is linked directly up to QuickBooks, so you can submit invoices and estimates directly from your command center, and then collect payments and see that reflect right inside here as well. Additionally, you can push out measurements between Hover and EagleView, and the address is over here. So if you had to measure a roof or a home to get the details to sync directly back to the project, you can do that right here as well. So I'll show you what's inside of a project and how that all looks. When you come down to a project, you'll see the standard details that goes into a project: communication, addresses, if this is a project over multiple addresses, photos, documents, deliverables, estimates, invoices, and payments. And you'll see that most of these reflect inside the Contractor Connection app. If we go back to the projects, details, interactions, photos, documents, and deliverables, and they match very similarly. The addresses is just put in the details compared to being up on the front. Very similar, but they don't have the estimates, invoices, or payments to track those projects. So the Contractor Command Center comes with everything to get the project done, to manage clients, collect money, as well as train your team with a company wiki, a team directory, and announcements that you want to push across the entire team. So those are the 1 through 3, and then in order to pull all this stuff together, we have the core capability training. Train, activate, and unleash, because, a system is great if you know how to use it, and that's where that comes in. We have sales training from us being in the contractor field with multiple of the members on our teams owning a contracting business at one point. So the best part about that, in order to build a Contractor Command Center that works and collects money like contractors do, you need a little bit of know-how. And that's what we can do with the Contractor Command, or the core capability. We know how to sell, we know how to run projects, we know how to collect money, and in order to give that to the lowest denominator, whoever only needs photos, down to the people that need to collect money, that's where the core capability training comes from. Makes it explosive, pulls it all together into that C4 PowerPack. So that's the overall synergy between the C4 PowerPack, built for contractors, driven by reality, and powered by you. So depending on what you do with your own individual contracting business, we can fit whatever's over here to match, including marketing, ops, email sending, and pretty much anything that you need to run a contracting business. So that is the C4 PowerPack synergy and how they all come together to make it so that you never have to pay for your subscriptions again. You own your system and you can get the job done like never before. Fully automated, fully owned by the business, and an asset that carries you to however long you want to build that business.